All right, so I want to share some things with you about this course I made. I'm just going to enter full screen mode, make it a little bigger. So I put my photo in there. I made this particularly so that on a desktop, I anticipate in this situation that my audience will be viewing the course on a desktop. And so I put the face of this person off to the side. And so I kind of had to play around with that and custom crop it. So I didn't want the words right over the face. And put my logo in there. I started off with the why here. So this is basically, why am I doing this course? Building professional relationships, making it easier. And then, okay, and this goes into the why a little more, explaining, well, why should I care about that? And then the how, and then the what. So I kind of use the Simon Sinek, start with why there. And then each of the modules in the course is here. So click Start Course, and it goes into the mode with the sidebar here. So I try to include a lot of photos of happy people. So this person's very happy, and that's really what a 5-star experience is all about. So it explains here what a 5-star experience is, and then I included a video introducing the course. And then I think definitions are important in the beginning. People are always wondering, well, what is a 5-star experience? How does it compare? And I explain what comes basically is similar to Amazon or Yelp or Google Maps. And then I go through what exactly that looks like in real life. So in this context. And then introduce the rest of the course and the learning objective to perform better on the team. And so then I have a check your knowledge. I tried to keep this format really consistent throughout whenever I'm having a knowledge check question. So it's a matching activity. And then I introduce with the transition here the next lesson. So have them go to the next lesson. So I give an overview here of what the 3 steps are, and I used an interaction to do a quick expansion. I tried to include lots of photos for engagement, and also to show lots of different work contexts. So this could be a coffee house for all we know, but it's a bunch of people kind of working together in the same place and then chatting when they need to. So, which is more common than ever now. So these 2 people are collaborating on a project. These 2 people are in more of a corporate environment in a higher end office, but lots of variety there. I also tried for, in the photos I chose, a good split between men and women, and to also have a lot of diversity in my photos. So I always try for that. And in the next lesson, I also put in the bottom of a lot of these, I put a photo because I wanted to draw people in all the way to the bottom. So for example, if you're here, you could click next, but I wanted the page to feel full and engaging and fun. So even if people don't look at this, they just see some guy smiling down there, I wanted to send a subconscious message that this is fun, and it's about doing this fun thing, and it will spread joy. So on to the next lesson. So this goes into detail on the first of the 3 steps. I included a quote from Albert Einstein, basically to bring to mind the concept of the growth mindset. And so that's from Carol Dweck, and I could have chosen a quote by Carol Dweck, but I really just wanted to make the point that that this really smart guy, says that change is important. So I want people to be thinking, okay, change is good, I can change, and the things I'm reading in here could be a positive change for me. So I kind of wanted to set the tone in here, that this is a positive opportunity that can be done, and that it's a good idea to change. So that was my thinking behind that. Next, so I go through the details of the 5-star approach in the first step of open, and I called out this big, this is a really important question. How can I make this meeting a 5-star experience for you? So those are like the key words, not necessarily the only keywords, but it's a really important question to remember. So I called that out. Negotiating around healthy boundaries. So I have this little interaction here of possible ways to avoid, if you're asking someone what you can do to help them, what do you do if they ask for too much, asking too soon, when you don't know? So those are basically the first things that I've seen a lot of people, their first concerns. They're learning how to do this new thing. Oh, well, what about this? So I included that in response to knowing my learners' needs and their top questions. So more detail there. This is another concern. People think, oh no, this is going to take a lot of time. I don't know if I want to do this. And so I called this out. It's not a red box like red alert, but it's rather just a blue box. Says, look, this isn't going to take very long. This should only take a minute, and then this quizzes them on that very thing. How long should the knowledge step, the open step take? And the correct answer is 60 seconds or less. So the next, I have another knowledge check there, and transition to the next lesson. Oh, by the way, I customized the colors here to match my logo, and I also customized the headers to be in Roboto, and the body text to be in Montserrat, which is my branding, basically. I did find it interesting that in Rise, you have to upload different pieces of the font. You can't just upload the whole font, and so I had to go to another resource that not the first easiest one, but I had to find one that had all the pieces of the font separately in order to upload those in the right chunks. And but it was really no problem at all. I love learning how to do new little things. And so this one I used an alternative layout with the photos on the left and the text on the right, and I enabled it so, well, it's a default, but I like how the photos kind of pop in there. I left that as the default because I feel like it's engaging. And also similar to the other photos, like I want lots of diversity, and in terms of skin tones and male female, and also in terms of the locations of the types of places that people might be working in, and then with the dress code as well. So I used some with ties and very formal, and then some with more casual. And you'll see that throughout. So this step should take less than 30 seconds to check in, and then just some specific examples of how to say certain things. A really important point I called out, and I missed here. I need to add in knowledge check. Or check your knowledge like the other ones. I want that to be consistent across, and there's my transition with happy little picture there. Remind people this is fun and it's a good thing. This is actually a picture that was used before, but I don't think people have noticed because it's been cropped, and it's the words here that kind of splits the attention. Once you have completed the first 2 steps, the follow will be easy. So it's it's introducing this third concept as, hey, like, you've done the work, and now this part is completely doable. So lots of happy people. I like to, even if I'm dealing with a more serious topic, like, I would put more serious pictures in, but I prefer to focus on the things that drive happiness and joy in people's lives and in their work lives. And so as much as possible, I include this. And I normally wouldn't have included, for example, this one where this this lady's just over the top happy. But this whole lesson is about creating these, the whole course is about creating these 5-star experiences. So I did choose a lot of photos that probably wouldn't be appropriate in a more serious course, like sexual harassment, for example. This is just the review, just to get some repetition in there. Work on Ebbinghaus's forgetting curve. I used this interaction, and I didn't use all the interactions that were available in Rise. I didn't demo each one, but I just wanted to demo a few of them so that you could see, oh yeah, he knows how to use interactions. This is my favorite piece of the course. So the following scenario will help you practice what you learned in this course. So this lady is obviously feeling stressed, and she's like, hey, hey Meg, good luck with your training. So, this is important. So to replay this here. So I love this interaction, so I'm just going to walk you through it really quick. So this introduction is pretty important. Making a 5-star experience for Meg. Meg is about to train a group of executives on a new software release. Yesterday you shared with her that what you learned in this course about 5-star experience. Let's see if you can put it to use now. So basically the key points here are that Meg has this really important meeting, and that you've already kind of told her about 5-star experiences. You've introduced this topic. Now probably wouldn't be the best time to kind of try and get her ear and when somebody's stressed out, but this is assuming that you've already introduced it, so that in the moment of need you can try and put it to use. So you say, hey, she says, hey, and you say, hi Meg, good luck with your training. Okay, so that would be the wrong answer. Hi Meg, are you okay? But I just want to go through a few of these so you can see it. So the wrong answer leads to thanks. She was obviously stressed out before, and now she's disappointed. So yeah, I think I'll break a leg, she says. And then you have another opportunity. Oh, Meg, are you okay? Or you can say, all right then, well, good luck with that, and just kind of blow her off. She says, yeah, thanks. And then at the end it says, how did you do? Did Meg seem happy? So this is obviously to bring joy to others. We can't control other people's happiness, but we can influence it for sure most of the time. And so, did Meg seem happy? If not, start the scenario over. Click Start Over below. First to this button here in very specific words. I'm very specific on the when I call out a button to make it very exact. Each time you make a 5-star experience, you contribute to a valuable high-performance relationship. So this end of simulation is designed in such a way that if Meg was happy in the end and you did a good job, then you're congratulated here. If not, then you've got this part here. So it's really meant to be dually functional, no matter which way the scenario went for them. So they could have gone through and failed at first and then taken that opportunity to improve, or they could have gone through and did it right the first time, and it would have worked either way. So if we go through again, I'll show you what the scenario looks like if you said, hi Meg, are you okay? So she says, yeah, I just have so much on my mind for this presentation. I'm a hot mess. And basically this is a call for help, right? And continue, I guess life will move on, how's your morning? So she just kind of is giving you an easy out, but then I can say, oh yeah, I have a few minutes, I can help you. Is there some way I can make a 5-star experience for you? But you've already primed her the day before, and this is now appropriate. Otherwise you can, oh really great, well, I don't want to get in your way, good luck. So this is like the emotionally unintelligent thing to do. So if we pick this good one, she says, you can see the look on her face. She's looking happier, and then she gets really happy. Yes, she realizes there is something, that she realizes that you're there to help her out, and normally she might not ask you to do something like this, but she tells you that her laptop cord is in her car and asks you to get it. So then it asks, so then you have the opportunity here to say, oh, actually, I'm running late. I can't really do it. And, this is another opportunity to fail. Oh, okay, well, see ya. And she's disappointed again, and then it goes to the end. So I'll do one more here. I can't remember how many possibilities there are, but so I say, hey, Meg, how you doing? And then, oh, I'm a hot mess. And then, she's kind of in a neutral phase now, but she's kind of moving past. She's like, yeah, whatever. But if I say, oh yeah, like I've got some time, then this helps her out. This can potentially lighten her load. She's thinking, and in the back and forth, by the way, because of the back and forth nature of these conversations, I used the continue button in order to play this this turn taking in a more natural way. So I didn't use all of the slots here as I was building it in order to make the back and forth nature more natural. So anyway, she says, yes, there is something, right? And then in this case, I'm going to say, yeah, of course, I'm going to go down. So the open step you saw before when I said, oh yeah, can I make is there something I can do that would be a 5-star experience? And then this is the deliver step, and I didn't specifically call it out in here, which I'm thinking maybe there would be a good way to call this out, but at the same time, I want it to be this natural opportunity, and without telling them exactly what's happening, I want them to give an opportunity for them to play this out without giving too much artificial instruction. So anyway, but this is the deliver step from the module there. I check in on the details. She says, yeah, that would be great. Then I can stay here and welcome the executives as they arrive. This will work out. So this is further validating the need for this type of 5-star experience, whereas before she's thinking, oh man, I can't run down now. My laptop's going to die. This is going to be a terrible thing, right? And so, but when you do the open and then the deliver, now this gives the person an opportunity to say, oh, I have this really important phone call, or okay, sounds good. I need to to text someone on the way, but I can easily do that in the elevator. I'll see you in a few. So this keeps the person on track, whereas this is an opportunity to kind of veer off course. And I didn't say it here, but I think I'll add, I need to make a really important phone call. I don't want to overemphasize the importance of the phone call, because then it might seem irresponsible for the person to be volunteering their time if they really had another prior commitment. But at the same time, I want them to see that, okay, there might be another commitment here, but it can be maneuvered using a little bit of creativity. Oh, I could do that in the elevator. So so she says, oh, thank you. She's excited. And then when the learner comes back into the conference room with 5 minutes to spare, then the counterpart here is super excited. I can't remember what her name is. It's Phoebe or something, or Meg. Sorry, Meg. And then you can say, oh, my pleasure, 5 stars, or don't mention it. So if we pick don't mention it, then she's like, okay. And I put the confused voice there because and I didn't explain this here, but I explained earlier that the reason that they want to confirm in the follow-up step that it was 5 stars was because it's important to call that into their attention, and and then to help them appreciate what's going on. So the next one is advanced resources. And so this one, I really like having advanced resources for people who are taking an e-learning course. If they want more information, they can't just, ask like an instructor-led training. Hey, where can I learn more about this? So I put a link to YouTube. There's a YouTube playlist for this topic, and depending on the situation, I would prepare that, or maybe just gather some up, or go to, if the company has some. I have some that I didn't actually link to here, but I just wanted to show you how I'd build it. And this link actually goes to YouTube, and nothing specific, but review the course. So this puts it back into the first module, and then email course instructor. So I have my email set up there, and I didn't actually set that up. So, but this is to schedule 15 minutes with a coach that has 10 years of experience and a master's degree. Oh, look, it's me. So I can set up an appointment there at 12 p.m. on the 25th. So so these resources are there that can really help the learner move to the next level if they need it. And by calling them advanced resources, I wanted to tag the idea that that if they're feeling very comfortable with this information, then they don't need advanced resources, especially if they're really not interested in learning more. So that's why I labeled it that way. And then the action plan checklist, I put optional originally, and I took off the optional because I do want them to do this. This lesson will help you apply what you learned in this course. So where to start helps them see the context of this list, and then it goes through and schedule 10-minute weekly recurring meeting on your calendar. Half the battle is just making the time to do it, right? So this has a checkbox here, so they can actually put that on their calendar and not have to worry about this takes away the variable. Oh well, am I going to think about this ever again after this week? It makes it sustainable. So I'm all about sustainable learning. So this has them select a relationship to start with. A lot of times, they're just like, they don't know where to start. So this helps them find a starting point, helps them select somebody, and then picking their own motivation and conveying that, and then preparing for the conversation, and then actually checking off, I did this step, I did it, so that it's actually very granular, but you'd be surprised how many people kind of do the open step and then don't do the last two when they're new at it. Review the course, repetition is the key to mastery. So I actually have a checkbox there. I don't know how many people are actually going to do that, but if they're really interested in improving their emotional intelligence, and they do see an opportunity for development of relationships, and I'm not saying that everyone needs that, but some people definitely do, it gives them the opportunity. And then check out the advanced resources lesson. So if they didn't see this or they skipped it, this gives them another opportunity to take advantage of it. And then I put this list into an image that they can easily print off if they want, and or easily download there. And then advanced resources, I put that button again at the bottom and then referenced it there so that they can easily get to it. They don't have to look around too much for it. So try to make things really convenient for the learner there. And then that is all. So it looks like, there we go. So at the end of review and practice, I do have this closing message so I didn't want you to think that I hadn't included it at the end, but this is basically the end of the course. I think that I need to put a divider thing there. I think that would look better, because you can chunk up these lessons, and I think I will put a one there so that it's more clear that this is basically the end of the course, and then these are both kind of resource items. So I included that short video there. It plays.
Even though this was just a simple example,
and it helps them see how to include it. So that is everything. I don't think I explained all of my thinking behind the course, but that's a lot of it. And thanks very much.